What's up, everyone? Today I want to talk about some key things in dating and relationships that you should be aware of. In dating, for sure, it's one of those areas for both genders, males and females, where you can get caught up in a lot of psychological tendencies or things that really you shouldn't worry about, but you are influenced by. And you really need to sift through the trash and figure out what really matters. So, what does all this mean? Basically, how many girls and guys do you know who are influenced by so many things that affect their choices with who they're dating, who they're seeing? They care about how others perceive them and so forth. Now, that may matter to a certain extent, but there are people out there who, for whatever reason, they're so validated by their friends or peer group that if this girl is not hot enough according to their friends, or not hot according to their friends' taste, all of a sudden that will seep into his brain and he will dump this girl because of his friends, even if he finds this girl the hottest. So that gets us to the very first point of this video. You want to accept the girl that you like, the girl or guy that you like, that you find the most attractive, regardless of what society deems attractive or what your friends or your peer group or whoever else deems attractive. I do think there is more subjectivity than society lets out or shows in terms of who we find attractive. I think there is some truth to the fact that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And there's a lot of factors for that. And so, because of that, you have full reign, if you choose to do so, of sifting through all this garbage and choosing or deciding that this person is very attractive, regardless of what anyone else thinks or says. And that brings us to our second point, validation. So, this can come from a lot of different reasons: childhood, parental issues, whatever else. And girls, as well as guys, they can be very much validated to the point where it is priority over everything else in terms of finding, dating, hooking up, whatever else with a potential partner. And it can get to a point where they are more focused on this person because of the validation, the ego, for whatever reason, so that they can say that they have a boyfriend to their girlfriends, or they can say that, oh, I have this person and he is this status and he earns this and he is such a high achiever, rather than actually choosing someone for more fulfilling reasons. And so this can really, in the long run, not be beneficial for you if the relationship is crap, or for you finding a better match for you, which will make you more fulfilled and happy in the long run, because of all these validation things that you're doing for other people, or maybe for yourself deep down. And so if you have these unconscious psychological, I don't want to call them issues, because we all have certain elements of this, psychological influences, you have to check that out, be honest with yourself and sift it out. It's nothing to be embarrassed about, but you got to figure it out. All of us go through maybe problems in our life that affect us and cause us to chase this sort of validation to a certain extent. And you have it in your own power to say, I don't want to do this anymore, or realize that it's retarded and stupid. I would rather find a girl that's awesome, and I couldn't care less if she's a high status supermodel, or has a high paying job, or doesn't. I very much would rather care for certain qualities about her, in terms of how passionate she is, how driven she is, the chemistry between us, and on and on and on. And you can parade your girlfriend around all you want, who's a doctor or a model and so forth. But quite frankly, from my personal experience, there's a lot of girls out there who I find more attractive physically and on the inside better than this model or doctor. And in my opinion, a lot of doctors, they have a lot of problems themselves with finances that they think they completely solve just because they make a certain amount of money being a doctor. And that's just not true. Let's not go off on a tangent. There's a bunch I could say about that. So these are just a few examples of things that you can start working on. There's obviously a bunch of others that can affect you, but think about it and start sifting through the crap. That's all I got to say in a nutshell. As always, like and subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.